When I opened my eyes, the first thing I felt was warmth. Not the harsh heat of machinery or the sterile chill of a medical bay, but something softer, alive. A steady rhythm pressed against my back, slow and powerful like the heartbeat of the planet itself. The second thing I realized was that I was not alone. Strong arms were wrapped around me, holding me upright as though I weighed nothing at all. Fabric brushed my cheek, smooth, layered, faintly humming with energy. The air smelled like ozone and rain after lightning. I tried to move. Pain flared through my chest, sharp enough to steal my breath. A quiet sound escaped my throat before I could stop it. "Easy," a voice said. It was not spoken aloud at first. It echoed inside my mind, rich and resonant, carrying a gravity that made resistance feel pointless. "Do not struggle. You are safe." I forced my eyes to focus. She was enormous. Not monstrous, regal. Her form was humanoid, but scaled larger, stronger, refined beyond anything human evolution could have produced. Her skin glowed with deep, shifting hues of cobalt and gold, as if starlight had learned to breathe beneath it. A crown-like structure arched naturally from her head, crystalline and alive, pulsing faintly with energy. Her eyes were fixed on me. They were ancient. Not old in years, but heavy with memory, with decisions that had reshaped civilizations. I knew her instantly, even before my translator implant finished screaming warnings into my nervous system. The Queen of the Aurelian Concord. The enemy. Or, what we had been told was the enemy. I tried to pull away, panic flooding in. Don't touch me," I rasped. Her arms tightened, not painfully but firmly, keeping me from collapsing. "If I release you," she said gently, now speaking aloud, "your heart will fail." My breath stuttered. "Then let it." For the first time, something like sorrow crossed her face. "No," she said. "I have lost enough." Memory came crashing back in fragments. The battlefield. Orbit collapsing into fire. Our ship tearing itself apart under Aurelian fire. The evacuation order I never finished transmitting. I was Commander Elias Rowe, Human Fleet Liaison. My job had been to negotiate ceasefires that never held. To shake hands with beings who spoke of peace while their armadas repositioned. The last thing I remembered was overriding the escape pod launch to buy my crew time. I should have died. "You should be dead," I whispered. "Yes," the Queen replied. "You should." That was when her next words broke me. But I would not allow it. My throat tightened painfully. "Why?" She did not answer immediately. Instead, she shifted, lowering us both onto a broad, living dais that formed itself beneath us. Only then did she loosen her hold, though she kept one hand pressed lightly over my sternum. Her touch sent warmth spreading through me, easing the pain with terrifying efficiency. "You gave the evacuation order," she said softly, "even as your own ship failed." I stared at her. "You saw that?" "I felt it," she replied. "Your decision echoed through the Concorde's empathic field." The Aurelians were rumored to be empathic at a planetary scale, able to sense large emotional events across vast distances. Humans dismissed it as propaganda. Apparently we were wrong. "You chose others over yourself," she continued. "That choice disrupted the harmonic tide." I laughed weakly. "I don't know what that means." "It means," she said, "that you reminded us what we once were." Anger flared suddenly, burning through the haze. "Your fleet slaughtered 3 colonies," I snapped. "You don't get to talk about what you once were." Her eyes did not harden. They dimmed. "And that," she said quietly, "is why I am holding you now." She gestured, and the chamber around us unfolded like a flower. Walls of light parted, revealing a vast interior space. An organic throne chamber grown rather than built. Tendrils of living crystal stretched upward into darkness, carrying faint echoes of voices. "My people are not unified," she said. "They have not been for centuries. Fear taught us to mistake control for harmony." I tried to sit up straighter. Then end the war. If it were that simple, she said, you would not be here. Her hand trembled slightly against my chest. You were brought before me unconscious, she continued. Your body was failing. Our healers advised termination. A human life is fragile. And you ignored them, I said. I overruled them, she corrected. At great cost. I frowned. What cost? She met my eyes fully now. They challenged my judgment. They called it weakness. A chill crept through me. And you're their queen. Yes, she said. Which means when I choose mercy it becomes law or rebellion. The weight of that settled heavily between us. Why me? I asked again more quietly. Her voice softened. Because when I reached into your mind to assess the threat you posed, she said, I found grief. He saw it all. The faces of my crew. The messages I never sent home. The quiet, gnawing certainty that everything I did came too late. I did not find hatred, she continued. Only exhaustion. My vision blurred. I hadn't realized tears were slipping free until they landed on her hand. I'm so tired, I admitted. She drew me closer again, cradling me with shocking gentleness for a being who commanded star systems. I know, she said. For a long moment neither of us spoke. Eventually, alarms rippled through the chamber, low, resonant tones that vibrated through bone. They are coming, she said. Your people? I asked. Yes. And yours. The chamber shifted again, revealing a projection of space beyond the station. Human and Aurelian fleets faced one another, weapons charged, one spark away from annihilation. They will not stop, I said hoarsely. Not without blood. Her grip tightened not on me, but on the decision before her. There is another way, she said. But it requires something unprecedented. I swallowed. What? She looked down at me, and for the first time since I'd woken, I saw uncertainty in her eyes. I can bind our peoples through an empathic anchor, she said. A living bridge. Shared consequence. Shared pain. That sounds, I hesitated. Dangerous. It is, she said. And irreversible. Understanding dawned slowly, terribly. You want me to be that anchor? Yes. I laughed again, but there was no humor in it. You saved my life just to turn me into a political nerve ending? Her expression softened. I saved your life because it mattered. I ask this because you do. Silence stretched between us, thick with the weight of extinction-level stakes. If I say no? I asked. Then I will release you, she said. And the war will end as wars always do. I thought of Earth. Of burning skies. Of children who would never know why they died. When I opened my eyes, I said slowly, you were holding me like I was something precious. You are, she replied without hesitation. That broke something open inside me. All right, I whispered. I'll do it. Her breath caught, a sharp, involuntary sound. You do not understand what you give, she said. I understand enough, I replied. No one else should have to carry this alone. She pressed her forehead gently to mine, her crown's light flaring brilliantly. Then hear this, Elias Rowe, she said, voice trembling with a depth that shook the chamber itself. From this moment you are not my prisoner. The energy surged. You are my equal. The binding was agony and revelation intertwined. I felt her people, billions of minds brushing against mine like distant stars. Fear, hope, rage, regret, and then quiet. The fleets powered down. Weapons went dark. Across space, two civilizations felt the cost of war settle into their bones. Days later, I stood beside her before representatives of both species, alive but changed, the echo of the bond still humming in my veins. The Queen's hand rested lightly on my shoulder. When I opened my eyes, I thought, remembering that first moment, I was being held by the enemy. Now I knew the truth. She had not been holding me to control me. She had been holding me so I would not fall. And in doing so she had given both our worlds a chance to stand.